Hey everybody, welcome back. James here again with you. And today I want to do a little bit of experimenting, just something different out of the norm. I am going to see if the old remedy of getting lead out of a barrel, rifle barrel, actually works. I've been seeing a lot of people mentioning hydrogen peroxide and vinegar, distilled vinegar. 5% acidity vinegar, and then I think this doesn't say the actual percentage on the hydrogen peroxide, but both pretty inexpensive ingredients. And I guess back in the old times they used to mix 50-50 equal parts and plug their barrels on one end and pour it down it and plug it again and let it sit for 20 minutes or so. And the claim was if you let it sit longer than that, it would start to mess with your barrel and pit the bore from the inside. So I just want to run an experiment. I actually have a piece of barrel here from an old air rifle that I had. I cut about an inch of it off because I'm going to put it in a container and mix half and half. See what it does, and I'm actually going to leave it in there a long time because, like I said, it's a scrap barrel. I don't really care. I actually want to see what it does, and the claim is, like I said, you get pitting if you leave it in there for more than 20 minutes, but I'm actually going to leave it in there for about an hour in the solution. And I also am going to drop a piece of lead in a container with the solution to see if it actually removes lead, because that's the whole point of this, to see if that solution actually removes lead from rifling. So I'm just going to drop a pellet in there, a 22 caliber Crosman Premier hollow point, just to see what the solution does. Now mind you, this can be dangerous, so be careful if you try this. I don't advise it because it makes an acid. But what it does is removes the lead from the rifling, gets it unstuck, and then when you get done soaking, you take a bore brush and run some patches through your rifling, and it should, in theory, come out spotless, like a mirror finish, like brand new again. A lot of people were saying that it removes the finish of your barrels. We'll test that. This piece of metal was already kind of damaged anyway when I cut it, because it's got some pitting already on it and everything on the outside, but on the inside not too bad. But we'll see what it looks like. And I'm going to let it soak for an hour, and the pellet I think I'm going to do about in half an hour just to see what it does, because if it's really acid, that pellet should almost dissolve or deteriorate pretty quick. So anyways, just something different, just an experiment, because I am having trouble trying to remove lead out of my rifle barrels, even if it's an air gun, center fire, or rimfire. A brush and sometimes gun oil doesn't even cut it. And especially if your gun is caked with it on and you scrub and scrub and scrub and still can't get it off. We'll see what the solution does. Like I said, it's been around, seems like forever, since rifle barrels has been invented and leading has become an issue. And then, in today's world, you really don't see this very much, but we'll see. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. I'm going to start doing the experiments, and I'm going to be timing it, and we'll look at the results here a little bit in an hour or so. Alright guys, well, as you can tell, looks like the acid bath, or whatever you want to call it, from half and half of distilled vinegar and hydrogen peroxide. Looks like it actually worked. I mean, the rifling is back to normal, like it was brand new. I remember getting this gun brand new, and rifling looks shiny like it just came off the manufacturing line, right off the lathe or gun drill, whatever they use to make the barrel blank. But I mean, you can see it there. I mean, you don't have to have a lot of light to actually see the rifling. So, did a good job by removing the lead from the barrel. Oh, and to touch on the topic, if the finish comes off. Well, this was already black when I put it in, and it had some rust on it, and you could tell, or I could tell, it removed some rust, because when I checked up on it and when I pulled it out, the water, or the acid mix, was orange color, so it removed some rust on this. So it didn't mess with the finish, it just removed some rust. And on the inside, it wasn't pitted as what some say happened. Okay. So what happened to the pellet? Well, let's first look at a normal sized Crossman hollow point. That's how you get it right out of the tin from the store. Let's look at the one that was affected after about a half an hour of sitting in the acid solution. I mean, that right there, you can see I pinched it, no problem. The skirt got thinned out. The lead inside this pellet, which is not fully lead. It's I believe it's hardened with antimony, but you can see it softened up huge. And off camera, I actually did a pellet for 1 hour just to try this to see what actually happens. And here you guys go, one pellet, 22 cal. It's not even the same, doesn't even look like the same anymore. It's like a 177 pellet. That is crazy. And the skirt is just paper thin. I actually touched it with my fingernail as I was rolling it around my finger, and it bent it like that. I mean, the skirt on that pellet is just paper thin after an hour of sitting in an acid solution. So that just goes to show that these two household items here, mixed half and half, and with enough time, will deteriorate lead. So, with that said, you know, like I said earlier, that they say that the barrel sitting in for 20 minutes is the safest. Well, I don't know if somebody's actually tested that theory nowadays, but I believe that the barrel steel back then isn't as good as it is today. If you guys know what I'm talking about, like the barrel steel back then, you know, wasn't forged and wasn't chemically balanced and all that stuff to be stronger like it is today. So use at your own risk. That's all I can say. I am going to be testing to get my barrels an acid bath to remove the leading. So as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next one.